Today in the crypto space, we see the market getting a bit of green price action to the upside. Some of these good gainers, look at Chainlink, XLM, and many more. In today's video, I want to talk about the general market. I want to talk about Bitcoin as a leading indicator, but more importantly, I want to talk about one altcoin, one opportunity that I am seeing in this market with a nice rally to the upside, and that project is called Chainlink. So you know what? Let's talk about the news, let's analyze the charts, and let's strategize to capitalize. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike, and let's get right into it, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. On the channel, we talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the altcoins, looking for opportunities. Whether we go up or down, bearish or bullish, all we want to do is prepare for any of that volatility. And if you appreciate that strategy, which is making gains in crypto, buying low and selling high, do yourself a favor, subscribe to the channel and click that bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, including the live streams at 7:30 Eastern, where we talk about crypto news and price action. Guys, if you have any projects that you want me to cover here on the channel, let me know in the comment section below, or you can hit me up on the socials. The links are in the description. However, guys, the best time and place is to join live on the live streams at 7:30 Eastern. And of course, that Discord group, obviously it is a great place, great community, and a lot of alpha being shared throughout the day. Go check it out. All right, guys, let's begin. We see Bitcoin gaining a bit of relief to the upside, 1.1%. Ethereum, the same thing, a bit of relief, nothing drastic. However, guys, some altcoins are purely taking advantage of this bottom that Bitcoin hit, and that is very indicative of a range and very indicative of a potential altcoin season. When we see Bitcoin ranging and we see altcoins outperform Bitcoin, when Bitcoin hits its bottom, its level of support, it's over time we see altcoins outperform Bitcoin. And this is looking pretty good. We see Bitcoin getting a bounce, and then we see altcoins bouncing a bit harder. See Cardano up 2.7%, Solana 3%. We see Dogecoin up 5%, Polygon 7%, and the list goes on. A lot of these altcoins currently are bouncing a lot harder than Bitcoin with that support. I like that. I like to see the market looking pretty strong. AVAX 2%, and the list goes on. Let's continue here. Stellar 20%, another 20% to the upside. Of course, Stellar XLM has been taking a bit of a dip, very slightly, and then a nice little rally up of 20%. Looking pretty good here, but however, it does look toppish. It does look toppish. XRP also doing really good. But we have to understand that XRP, XLM, all these guys that have been doing well here because of the SEC lawsuit, you know, winning the lawsuit is great, no doubt, but the market's going to want to take profits eventually. So be careful here, guys, on both of these projects, because at the end of the day, you know, we're here to make gains and not give them back to the market. The project for today, Chainlink, obviously the link is doing very good. 21% in the last 24 hours, and overall 28 in the last 7 days. But the most important thing here for Chainlink is where this is happening. It's back into the range. In fact, it's at the top of the range once again, and we're going to take a look at the charts very soon. As soon as we get an idea of what is this market up to, the general market right now is beginning to get a bit of a pump to the upside. Look at HBAR Hedera hash graph, a nice rally up 6.3%, and many of these altcoins are either going sideways with a slight bias to the upside, and also maybe a nice little rally up. Some of them are rallying up. Look at Maker continuing its trajectory to the upside, 3.6%, pretty good. We have Tezos waking up out of nowhere, about 10%, give or take, and again the list goes on. So as we see, you know, we have some of these altcoins that have been going sideways, stagnant, at the bottom of the range, not doing much, not much interest, not much volume, not much trading, and all of a sudden we're getting a bit of a rally, right? So look at the ones that haven't moved up just yet, like Mina Protocol, even Conflux, CFX, Casper Network. These are still at the bottom of the range. Could they be waking up very soon? Could be possible. That's why scaling in at the bottom of the range when the RSI has fully reset to oversold conditions, and we see signs of proofs of life, guys, bullish divergences and all that good stuff. that's the time to start dabbling in. At horizontal supports, that's the time to start dabbling in. And I think this is where the market could be getting a bit of relief to the upside to potentially try to catch up to Bitcoin. Guys, I won't be live tonight. I did record a premiere ready for you guys for tonight's live stream session at 7:30 Eastern. Go check it out. It's about a narrative that I find to be very, very necessary and very important. And I focus on some of the main competition in that space and in that narrative. So feel free to check it out. The following day, we will be in the future sessions. We'll be looking at some of these altcoins again and trying to figure out what we should be doing with altcoins. The Bitcoin dominance, as long as it's showing a strength in Bitcoin, we got to be very hesitant. But eventually, the party should end for Bitcoin, and we should see some of these altcoins outperform Bitcoin eventually. Okay, so we're going to be ready. We're going to be scaling in, and that's what we've been doing here on the channel, looking for these opportunities. And today's video is all about Chainlink. But before we do that, let's take a look at Bitcoin quick. Bitcoin, guys, I know you're here to talk about charts. Let's do that. Bitcoin currently still within the range, getting a bounce at the bottom, of course. And as it's bouncing here at the bottom, we're seeing altcoins take full advantage of this potential support. We're seeing altcoins rally up. Some of them are bouncing. For example, Chainlink up 20% today within the top of the range. It's looking pretty good. However, could we be getting another impulse to the upside, confirming a lower high and then finally rolling over? Guys, here I'm not getting into any fresh longs here on Bitcoin as long as this RSI is downward sloping and the MACD is looking this bearish. I am waiting to see how low we could go here on Bitcoin, and I feel we're still in a range. We're still in a potential distribution range here on Bitcoin, and lower levels is the bias that I have. Obviously, guys, none of this is financial advice. However, I do put my money where my mouth is, and I did take profits right around these zones. One take profit, another take profit, and I walk away. I've been waiting, using this capital that I took profits and putting it into other altcoins. All right, guys, let's look at this in a little bit more detail. Obviously, you can see that the RSI is downward sloping and the MACD is looking a little bit negative. We have the bottom of the volume gap at about 27,000, 28,000. We could come down there for a quick sweep and then see what happens. Let's see if the oscillator fully resets, and then we'll make a plan from there. It's important for us to stay one step ahead of the market, but at the same time, we have to let the market play out what it needs to do. We need to wait for the price action to come to us and be very, very patient. However, we will have that plan ready to go. So this was just a quick Bitcoin update. Let's get right into Chainlink. Chainlink, of course, has been so range bound for so long, almost looking like a stable coin here for months and months, right? So right now we did come down to the bottom of the range. In fact, we broke the bit of a range and we came down to hunt liquidity, and we did that. I bet you many people got liquidated or stop losses being hit, and then all of a sudden we get a nice rally to the upside. What I like about this rally is that we blew right past the heart line, which is great, right? Because we've respected this heart line many times. Let me kind of make this bigger. Let me make these oscillators a bit smaller. The MACD is looking really bullish, and so is the RSI. However, guys, we're in overbought conditions on this RSI. You can see that right now we are currently range highs, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5. You can see all these ranges pretty much are within a very similar or similar area. This price action is trying to get to this zone once again. I wouldn't be surprised if they hit the $9.40 and to potentially get a little bit of a rejection. It would be time to take profits if you got into this green arrow or this green arrow. Whichever one. Right now, you're in some solid gains, okay, guys? So protect those gains. Get on the defense right now. Think about what you should be doing right now. You should be more or less, even if you dollar cost average it between those two green arrows, right now you're up approximately 50%. Okay, that's the way it's done. You buy low and you sell high. Now you got to change your stance. You got to get into a different lens. You got to be looking at how am I going to protect these 50%. Now you can look here on the daily. We see the daily momentum oscillators are getting very, very overextended to the point that the RSI is definitely getting to overbought territory. No signs of bearish divergence just yet. Be careful here because you could be taking profits a bit too early. However, guys, we are getting into that zone. So you got to be really active, really quick here. If we get into the 4 hour, you can see that we've kind of hesitated in this overbought condition for a little bit on the 4 hour time frame, and we are currently developing a bearish divergence. The RSI is coming down. Okay, you can see that. and the price action is going up. We can get a couple of drives of bearish divergence, another impulse to the upside, maybe even hitting the top of the range, which is at about $9.73, while still maintaining this bearish divergence to the downside, and then finally rolling over. Remember that the bearish and bullish divergences are just the beginning of a potential reversal. That's just the beginning. Are we looking for horizontal support and resistance? 100%. And for me, the next area of horizontal support and resistance obviously would be this double top. This double top would be good. And then ultimately this level here at $9.45. So it's about how risky tolerant you are. If you're risk tolerant, you're going to be able to wait it out and see if it hits $9.50 and take profit there. If you want to take some profit off the table, take profit now. Now is a great time based on the double tops 1, 2, 3 at $8.40, give or take. Take a bit of profit, trail up that stop loss, make the stop loss very, very, aggressive. Get into those profits, maybe put it at about $9.35, slightly right above or below this 200 EMA on the 4-hour chart, and then expect a back test on the 4-hour time frame, and hopefully you don't get stopped out. This is why you take a bit of profit now, and if you do get stopped out into profit, you basically took profits twice, here on trailing up the stop loss, and number 2, by taking profits right here, scaling out your position and making your position size a lot smaller. That is the way you mitigate risk. It's all about position size. You want to reduce your exposure when you're in so much profits, because you don't want to get wrecked as it does reverse and pull back, right? So this is the thing here. Now, we could definitely keep on going here. We could, but not until the 4-hour gives us a bit of relief to the downside. I feel like it got really, really overextended on the 4-hour time frame, and we're due for a little bit of a pullback. Let's get back into the daily so we can make this very concise and we can see that we're still in that range. Okay, so it's about, do we go a bit higher, hit the top of the range at 950, or should we be happy with the 50% that we've gotten and that we've hit these tops right now, and that we are currently getting into overbought scenarios and the 4-hour showing us bearish divergence? You get my drift, right? We're at a very risky spot and I anticipate a bit of a dip. However, long-term spot, you can see that we do have a big area of weakness, which is right here between $9.50, 45 cents to about $12.69. We can break right above real quick and hit this $12.65 target real quick. Why? Because there's no volume. Look left. Very little price action. Look at the VPVR showing us very, very, very little volume. And as soon as we hit some price action looking left, we start to begin a bit of volume. You can see that. So for me, I would ultimately love a breakout to about $12.65. Could it happen right now? Very, very possible. This is why it's important not to exit your entire positions. If you got great entries, take a bit of profits, trail up that stop loss, because if we eventually can break to a next level, guys, you know what kind of gains we're talking about, right? We're talking about serious gains. If you got in here and you can get an exit right about here at about, again, $12.60, you're looking at about 147% on a nice swing trade to the upside, taking profits in an ideal scenario. Okay, guys, so this is the way you do it. Obviously, if you trail up the stop loss and you take a bit of profits, you're going to see that your position size will decrease, and obviously you're not going to make as much gains, but doesn't matter. You still will be able to make some good gains. Don't be greedy. The market's going to want to punish those greedy individuals, so expect a back test on the 4-hour. Expect a buy the dip opportunity for a reaccumulation on the 4-hour. And then if it does well, this thing could break out to $12.60. That's my take here on Chainlink. Link is the ticker, guys. Thank you for stopping by. If you did find any value in this video, do the channel a huge favor. Slap that like button. It does really help out with the algorithm. If you want to follow me on the socials, the links are in the description below. Feel free to join that Discord group. Great place, great alpha throughout the day, great community, definitely trying to help each other out, getting an edge on this market. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And don't forget, buy the dip.